Solo for a minute 30. You solo for a minute 40. The heads
Just at the end of that time period, that would be the top of the A section.
right, exactly. Yep. I've got it all timed out. I've got it all timed. It's gonna be perfect.
Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity San Francisco. Can you pump this just a little bit louder? I want the people downstairs to hear me. If you are downstairs in the community room, you're about to miss fabulousness before service starts. I'm just saying. Ryan, the monitors aren't working. Hold on. Again, if you're downstairs, hurry up, run upstairs. Bum 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 ba da ba da na 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 na. Why don't you guys just groove into it? We need Callie's mic on too.
On.
Come on, come on. It's a beautiful Sunday morning in San Francisco, isn't it? Here we go.
Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeball, he won holy roller. He got head down to his knees. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please.
Come on up. Hey, hey. She wear no shoe shine. She got toe jam football. She got monkey fingers. She love Coca-Cola. She say, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together right now. Unity.
He cough and sputter, he got some infection. He won't mask the problem, he won't social distance. She got views that knock us to our knees. Don't you stand too close or you will catch this disease. Come together right now. Unity.
We on a roller coaster with no early warning. It's just muddy waters. No one has a filter. We say 1 and 1 and 1 is 3. Truth can feel elusive 'cause it's so hard to see. Come together right now. Sing unity. Sing, hey, come together.
Hey,
Come together. Oh, yeah. Come together.
oh, ooh.
Come together.
Hey.
I know you, you know me. Truth can feel elusive 'cause it's so hard to see. Come together right now. Unity.
Alcohol and our incredible band. The band. All right, so for those of you online, that was a real cold open. We went live on Livestream in the middle of that song. We do prelude music here in the room before. And one of the struggles we're having right now is that the people downstairs, you're having such a good time in a party downstairs, you don't hear when the music starts. So we're working on getting speakers down there for right now so that you can hear when they start jamming up here. And thank you guys. Wonderful.
And coming on Easter will be 1 year of in-person services. Thank you for being here with this face-to-face, in-person energy that we have. So.
Yeah. Woo! And thanks to everybody for doing everything you can to keep each other and all of us safe. And it is really time to celebrate coming together. Spring is awakening. The world is shifting again as we shift. And I don't want to pretend that everything is perfect. It's not. There's still disease and things happening in the world. And at the same time, we can take care of each other. You can wear your mask here in the sanctuary if you want. You don't have to. If you're unvaccinated, we ask that you do wear it for your own protection. Right? So I'm vaccinated and boosted. You're vaccinated and boosted. We test all the time here to help keep you safe. So, and it is so good to be back with you. I can't tell you how much I missed all of this.
Yeah.
Right? And to be creating sacred space again together and celebratory space again together. In the midst of the pain and the trouble in the world, we come together to remember the higher truth that at every moment, God is at work. The divine is at work in us and everywhere around us. And as we engage with that, the world shifts and transforms.
Right. First engaging with the principle, shifting myself, and rippling out, helping shift the world toward the good.
Because the only consistent thing that we can bring to the world is our consciousness. Because the thing that appears on the outside, that illusion that there's something outside of us, is only engageable from within our own understanding, our own mind. And so as we see it, and as we are, we see it actually. As we are, we see the world.
Right. I'm going to react the way I think the world is from the way I see myself, then I begin to react to everything else.
Right. So the next time you feel yourself being triggered by something happening on the outside, remember it's happening in you. Right? And from that position in you is how you can shift it. We'll talk about that a lot today. That's the whole theme of today's talk and today's service. And so what I'm going to do first is, excuse me?
This is our Reverend Ken Daigle, Senior Minister of Unity San Francisco. Who is this guy?
You can say it louder.
Who is this guy?
Whisper. Who are you? My name's Ken, Rev Ken for some of you, and this is Tyler Kruger. He is one of our prayer chaplains, and he is one of our advisors to our board of trustees, and he is a friend and our platform assistant today. Also part of the music team. What else do you do, Tyler, around here?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of different things,
so, it's wonderful. We're so blessed to have Tyler here, and we're so delighted to have all of you. I'm going to open us with prayer. So I invite you to get comfortable, and I invite Misa to come on up to platform 2, and Callie. The prayer chaplains are going to be holding space, just to hold the consciousness for us all as we interact with this idea. So we know that everything is here as divine purpose. And that may seem difficult to comprehend, to accept, to swallow. There are no accidents in the divine, that there is only the unfoldment of life itself. So when we feel ourselves in that moment of confusion, in that moment of resistance to life itself, resistance to what is, as we breathe and move in this moment, we call upon the universal divine spirit to shift within us. We call upon the power and the presence of the One to illumine and to sear our consciousness with the awareness of order, of life, of love, of peace, and of change. Divine change, lifting and shifting everything to the highest and best. Change that brings about the wholeness that we are all seeking. Change that brings healing. Change that brings peace. In this moment, in this day, we open ourselves, body, mind, and spirit, to the wholeness of life. We integrate all that is with all that we know we are. And in this moment, we give thanks. Thanks for the breath in our body. Thanks for the warmth in the building. And thanks for life itself. For as we live and breathe and move, God is, love is, joy is, peace is, change is. And so it is. Amen.
Divine seed, divinity within you, it's time that you claimed of the consciousness flowing, fulfilling all your needs. The divinity within me, I now have claimed. If you open your heart, I know you would. The divinity within me, I now have claimed. You would feel all things working towards your highest good. The divinity within me, I now have claimed. So this song is a spiritual from Christianity. It was made popular by a vocalist named LaShawn Pace, and this was a song that shaped my childhood. LaShawn Pace passed away this week. So I took this song and we're gonna turn it into something for unity today. I want you to sing with me. You ready? I know I've been changed. You sing. Come on. I know I've been changed. Divinity within me, I have claimed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. Divinity within me, I now have claimed. Come on. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. Divinity within me, I now have claimed. Sing.
I know I've been changed.
I can't hear you from your seat.
I know
I can't hear
and that's why I prayed first. I didn't want to follow that.
One of the things that the unity movement brings to the world is affirming, which has now become a more popular concept. Another thing is to pray in an affirmative way. We call it affirmative prayer. I used to be in other practices where I would beg and beseech, but now we learn to step into that divinity, into that space of possibility, and then using affirmative prayer to then begin to affirm and declare that my good is already blossoming and occurring in me and as me. The reason I say this is that if you'd like to join with any one of us to practice with affirmative prayer, you can submit a prayer request either through the website or on the Sunday bulletin and the spiritual connection card. You can meet with a prayer chaplain after service if you're here with us in person to join with us with the power of agreement. It's okay that we are in stages of mental consciousness, then through the affirmative prayer process, we reach and we affirm and declare that higher state of consciousness, that you are that next blessing already occurring in your life. So you click the button below the video if you're viewing on our website to submit a prayer request, or the link in the chat if you're on Facebook or YouTube. I want to point out your attention, please, to the Sunday bulletin. There's also a space for a prayer request there. If you don't have a Sunday bulletin, raise your hand and one of our ushers will bring you a Sunday bulletin. And there's a hand right there. And we're going to ask you just to fill out the spiritual connection card, the first side of it, just letting us know who you are and how you found out about Unity San Francisco. If you're a first-time guest, let us know, either on the spiritual connection card or let us know here in person, because if you're here in the sanctuary right here in the foyer, we have little gifts for you. If you're with us electronically, we'd love to send you something by email, a little gift. So let us know if you're a first-time guest. Later on in the service, we're going to go to side 2 with some little spiritual practices for this Sunday. So one of the things that we obviously do is we lift our voice in song. We come together, as we have done throughout the ages, to be with one another as people celebrating spirituality. So here come Misa and Callie. We're going to be singing together. If you're viewing with us online, this is your moment to go to our website, to click the Spiritual Salon button, to join the Zoom room, because right after this song, we're going to have a moment of meeting and greeting here in the sanctuary, asking each other what they prefer for their social distancing. And then we're also going to be going up to the Zoom camera to say hello and share love with those friends as well. But right now, whether you're at home or here in the sanctuary, I invite you to stand. As you're willing and able, let's sing together, I Release.
All right. We took an old favorite and put a new spin on it. Does it seem nowadays that nothing goes your way and things just never turn out right? Like no matter what you do, it doesn't work for you, and you've lost the will to fight. So first let me say, there's a better way if you make a brand new start. There's good coming to you. All you gotta do is open up your heart. Now stop and just breathe in. Quit the stinking thinking. Know that you have been abundantly provisioned. Trust and believe that you can receive it. Affirm this with me and say, I release and I let go. I release and I let go. I release and I let go. Oh yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I release and I let go. I release and I let go. Oh yes, I'm only here for God. No more release and I let go.
Go, go.
I release and I let go.
Go, go.
I release and I let go. Oh yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife, no more trauma in my life. All that pain I left behind. Oh yes, I'm only here for God.
I'm only here for
Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Yes, I'm only here for
Yes, I'm only here for God. We have reached our time of meet and greet. Please greet your friends, community members with a handshake, a hug, or whatever they prefer. Please respect their social
Thank you,
distancing
Dad.
preferences. Happy Sunday.
Hi, Mark. That is beautiful. Oh my God, you look like him. Yes. Hi, everybody. Hi, Ethel. Hi, Denise. Hi, Nancy. Jean. Woo. As you can tell, we're partying in here today. All right. I'll get some people here. Hey, Dean. Dean, come say hi. John. Thank you. Let's hear it for our band.
Hello, Mark and Mark's dad. We're going to
Jeremy,
mute everybody
Mark,
on
and Brian.
Zoom, and we
Thank
want to
you, guys.
ask everybody to take their seats. We're going to give our attention back to Ken on stage. Thank you for being here.
Hi there, everybody. Unity is different than a lot of other spiritual practices, and yet we come out of all the same place, all the other spiritual practices. So we've mailed this to everyone who's a regular attendee, and there's some of them that are left in the seats packets. It's our release and renew. It's our spiritual practice for the Lenten season. And we came out of Christianity. Our founders were Methodist and found a new way of being and interacting with traditional religion and Scripture. And so what we do in Lent is release something that is not serving us and renew something immediately in its place. And today we're reading from this week's readings from Friday, March 25th. We're going to start with the release. I'm going to ask Misa to come on up and read to us. And you can read along. It's on page 36 if you want to read along, or you can just sit back and enjoy. All right? Misa.
Good morning. Our Lenten reading today. I release any drama or conflict. Drama clouds the radiance and magnificence of our divine essence. Let me say that again. Drama clouds the radiance and magnificence of our divine essence. When we are immersed in drama of our own fabrication or someone else's, we are out of coherence. It saps us of our joy and life's energies, and it can be addictive. Drama makers thrive on conflict. There was drama in my life from the time I was born until I discovered there was another way to live. And I didn't have to be a victim of anyone's drama. If you are feeling stressed and anxious around someone, you might be too involved in their story. Stay sane and centered. Release worry and fear. Breathe and relax into the clarity of the present moment. Notice when your mind starts creating drama and take a breath. Release the thoughts and focus on divine ideas that inspire you. Rewrite your life story and make it a dazzling one of infinite delight as you shine your light to the world. Our affirmation is, I release any drama or conflict. Can you know that with me? I release any drama or conflict. And so it is.
Before you go, sweetie, I've noticed that, when you're capable like you are, Misa is pretty capable, if you noticed, right? That more and more gets added to you because you handle everything that comes to you. Have you, and do you ever feel the stress of being the strong one, the ordered one?
I'm the strong one. I'm not nervous. I'm as tough as the crust of the earth is.
I didn't say you were nervous. I didn't mean to imply that.
I move mountains, I move churches, and I glow because I know what my worth is.
I believe you. I really do.
I don't ask how hard the work is. Got a rough, indestructible surface. Diamonds and platinum, I find them, I flatten them. I take what I'm handed, I break what's demanded. But under the surface, I feel berserk as a tightrope walker in a 3-ring circus. Under the surface, was Hercules ever like, yo, I don't want to fight Cerberus? Under the surface, I'm pretty sure I'm worthless if I can't be of service. A flaw or a crack, the straw in the sack that breaks the camel's back. What breaks the camel's back? It's pressure like the drip, drip, drip that'll never stop. Oh, pressure that'll tip, tip, tip till you just go pop. Oh, 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 give it to your sister's older. Give her all the heavy things that we can't shoulder. Who am I if I can't run with the ball? If I fold to pressure like a grip, 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 and it won't let go. Oh, pressure like a tick, tick, tick till it's ready to blow. Whoa, oh, oh, give it to your sister's stronger. See if she can hang on a little longer. What am I if I can't carry it all? If I falter under the pressure, I hide my nerves and it worsens. I worry something is gonna hurt us. Under the surface, the ship doesn't swerve as it hurt how big the iceberg is. Under the surface, I think about my purpose. Can I somehow preserve this? Line up the dominoes, a light wind blows. You try to stop it, tumble, but on it goes. But wait, if I could shake the crushing weight of expectations, would that free some room up for joy or relaxation or simple pleasure? Instead we measure this growing pressure keeps growing and going, 'cause all we know is pressure like a drip, drip, drip that'll never stop. Oh, pressure that'll tip, tip, tip till you just pop. Oh, 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 give it to your sister, it doesn't hurt it. See if she can handle every family burden. Watch as she buckles and bends but never breaks. No mistakes, just pressure like a grip, 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 and it won't let go. Whoa, pressure like a tick, tick, tick till it's ready to blow. Whoa, oh, oh, give it to your sister and never wonder if the same pressure would have pulled you under. Who am I if I don't have what it takes? No cracks, no breaks, no mistakes, no pressure.
No pressure, Misa. No pressure. For those of you who don't know that song, it's from the movie Encanto. The song was wrin by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And Mesa shifted and planned to do that just on Thursday. She learned it. Woo! No pressure. No pressure. And Joshua was just up. It's one of our kids' favorite Disney musicals right now, movie musicals. And it just is so perfect for what I'm talking about today. Today's talk is chaos and order. So this is the representation right now, because it seems that in a lot of areas of our life, that when we handled everything over the last couple of years and a lot's been thrown at all of us, more was given. And more kept pressure up. And while many of us thought, sheltering in place will be a break, I'll get things done, as we talked about a couple weeks ago, that has not been my experience of it. And I see some heads nodding and some knowing giggles. It has been stressful. And the chaos of life itself, the chaos and the disorder, has brought so much drama and trauma into our lives. Truly. And the difference between trauma and drama for me is trauma is something traumatic has happened. We lost so many people. Here in the United States alone, we've lost 1 million people. I don't think there's any one of us who hasn't been touched by the trauma that we've all lived through. But drama is something that we create, and that family systems create, and we perpetuate. Because on some levels, the chaos and the drama is adrenaline and is motivating for us to get things done. And look what I overcame, and look what I did. And in the line in the song is, do I have any worth unless I do this great thing? Am I just okay to be me and relax and be joyful? Can you know that right here in this moment, you are exhibiting everything you need to exhibit? Peace, serenity, love, and joy are all beaming from you, and you are at your whole and your best. There's nothing you need do or prove. And I'm saying that to me too. As I'm standing here going, I say, good. I don't have to prove anything to claim my spot on this planet. I am a divine expression. You are a divine expression of life itself. And your being here is a miracle. And you need not show up and do anything other than be love. That's all you have to do. Doesn't mean you have to demonstrate love. You just have to be love. And that shifts everything. I picked this image, and if you can show it here to the people online too, because it looks like utter confusion. It looks like just a tangled mess. But in the midst of it, there's order. There is a pattern that you can't quite see because we're not interacting with it. We're saying, oh, it's too overwhelming. Let's scrap it. Let's move it. Let's tackle it. When we can just enjoy it. There's a beauty in that. There's a divine pattern that we need to step back from to fully see. But the world labels it chaos, disorder, and we want everything to be in perfect alignment, just like the chairs in the room. My staff will laugh because that's my thing. The chairs have to be set up perfectly. That's the order. And they don't. Will we still have service if the chairs aren't in perfect order? Yes. But our humanness wants to put everything in its place and can't seem to exist without it. But actually, sometimes when things seem to be falling apart, they're actually falling together. How many of you have had a diagnosis that changed everything in your life? Right? Yeah. And came out on the other side of it to understand what life's really about? How many of us have lost a job and thought it was the end of the world, end of our lives as we know it, only to get a better one or to find peace and happiness? How many of us have wanted a relationship or been in a relationship and moaned and wailed and cried as it ended to find Mr. or Mrs. Right around the corner? Yeah, right? Yeah. Sometimes when things fall apart, they are falling together for us. But we get in the way and we say, no, that's what my good's supposed to look like. That's the one. And it's no good unless it's that job at that salary in that place. And we tell the universe, you're wrong. This isn't the best and highest for me. And we create our own drama and trauma by fighting what is, by arguing against reality. No, I'm not saying that we won't be sad when people leave and die. Of course you will. But think about it for a second. When we say it shouldn't have happened, we're saying to the universe that the universe's universal order is wrong. That's some ego, right? That is some huge, huge self-centeredness. The souls we lose, the dear ones to us, it hurts. It hurts when they leave the planet. But their soul's journey is going on. It is not over. Here in Unity and in my life, I really know this. Life is eternal. It existed, my life existed before this body and before this personality. Do you get that? That life itself wasn't born when I was born for me. In some form, I existed before it. And after I leave this body, life will continue in a new form, in a new way, powerful, more powerful, unlimited by physical time and space. And to embrace that and to let go of the drama and saying, no, this isn't the way it's supposed to be, is freeing. Is freeing. You know, it hurts. I'm not saying to deny it hurts, but to say that it shouldn't happen, we're fighting what is. Byron Katie, who I studied with a couple years ago as a gift from one of our congregants. I went down to Ojai and studied with Byron Katie. And if you don't know the work of Byron Katie, it's truly powerful. It's just about asking 4 questions. Is it true? Is it absolutely true? What do I feel like when I believe it's true? And who would I be without the belief that it's true? Right? And she says it this way. When I'm perfectly clear what is what I want. When I'm perfectly clear what is what I want. There's a freedom in acceptance, radical acceptance, when you can say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to go any further, guys. I won't lose you in this shot. I'm just talking to my staff because I stepped down off the platform because I wanted to be closer to you. There is a freedom in not fighting so hard. Life is bringing you multiple opportunities to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be joyous, to be loved. And the only thing that is truly blocking it is our own arguments with what is. Wow, right? I want to be very careful because these are statements that can be easily misunderstood. I lost a nephew this year to suicide. I face multiple diagnoses of my own, and I'm raising an amazing family with all of their own challenges and opportunities to overcome. I'm not saying that there isn't things we need to be and do in the world, but what makes them easier is accepting them for what they exactly are. This is what has happened. My grandparents passed away. My father or my mother has dementia. She doesn't know who I am anymore. She pretends to know who I am. And I love her anyway. And in some ways, she's happier. So I can make peace with what is. My sister, who's lost her son, is struggling right now. And I'm with her every moment I can be. And she lost her home this week too, on top of all of that. And because I watched it and held it and supported it, I also watched as the solution appeared too, and it wasn't me. The solution wasn't me paying for it, rushing in and doing it. The solution appeared because she engaged with it. And that song that Misa sang is so powerful because it demonstrates for us how we take on all the pressure, thinking we have to do it, not trusting that the others, people in our lives, have just as much access to the divine presence, to God itself, to their divinity and their wisdom and their strength as I do. And when I let go of my ego having to fix it, there's grace, there's beauty, there's divine order. And I want to be really clear about this too. Divine order isn't that everything is perfect. Isn't it all good? It's not candy. It's this. It's out of that chaos, we see in that same painting, there is a needle and thread. All those were threads. And in it is a needle for a purpose. That exists at the same time. But we couldn't see it before because we were too caught up. The same thing is happening every moment of our lives. When we can engage and trust, the world shifts and the order appears before our eyes. It was always there, but now we get to see it. And divine order is not some slogan, some saying that you slap on everything to make something that hurts feel better. Well, it's all in divine order. I lost that job, but it's all in divine order. My lover left me, but, divine order. That's denial. That's psychological denial. Divine order is this, is that everything is unfolding. Divine order doesn't mean completion. It means perfect unfoldment. Divine order is how a plant grows, is how a cake is baked. If you take a step out of baking the cake, it's not cake, right? It's a pile of mush, right? So we must go through all the steps of the process to let life unfold. We have to go through the uncomfortable to get to the solution. We have to go through the pain to get to the joy, which, by the way, exists at the same time as the pain. As we all know, laughter through tears is my favorite emotion, to quote, what's that movie? Julia Roberts and Sally Fields and Steel Magnolias. Laughter through tears is my favorite emotion. Both can exist at once. And that is divine order. When we can know that we are moving towards something, we are moving towards the higher good through whatever has been put in front of us. A pandemic, again, a tragedy, a loss, a diagnosis, a grief. There is order to be seen, to be known, to be practiced. And that's why these booklets, the Lenten booklets, are so powerful, so helpful, so intrusive, to break up our pattern of complaining, moaning, fretting. The same woman who wrote the one that Bisa read and sang, read and sang, rang. I release any drama or conflict. That's Reverend Elizabeth Longo, a friend of mine who lives in Florida and used to work at Unity Miami. For Saturday, yesterday, she wrote, "The sweetness of spirit embraces and renews your mind. You are the creator of your life story. You have the power to choose where you can focus your intention instead of being drained by drama. You can create a radiant life filled with delight, joy, and peace." Stay tuned to your inner life. If you are feeling drained, pause and remember to center yourself in prayer and affirm your divine essence. Take time daily for self-care and self-love. You are worthy. Rest as pure awareness, continuing to expand in consciousness and delighting in the immense beauty within and around you. Rejoice and celebrate the birth of the new you. You are no longer immersed in any kind of behavior or drama that doesn't serve your highest good. You are free. Free. And with a grateful heart, centered in God, fully aware of my divinity, my faith is strong, and all is well. The glory of God radiates through me, as me, and I am free and renewed through the Christ within me. And for those of you who are new, Christ for us does not mean a person. It means the principle, the Christ principle, like we would say the Buddha principle or the Krishna principle, the Christ presence in me, that divine presence, radiates and changes everything. Living into your Christ nature allows you to be your own personal Savior. Living into the Christ nature that you are sets everyone free. And the affirmation reads, I renew my inner peace in spirit. I want to talk about this before I ask you to say that with me. Because when we renew our inner peace and spirit, it means we engage. We engage with the seeming chaos. We engage with the life itself, either mentally, psychologically, or physically. We co-create the life of peace. It is not something passive. Sitting in meditation and praying is not a passive activity. It is the highest accelerated mind action known, and it transforms your life and the planet. So we consciously and purposefully engage with what is and watch as it shifts. So the affirmation is, I renew my inner peace in spirit. In God, in divine order. Can we know this together? I'll say it one more time and then know it together. I release my inner peace in spirit. Together? I
Renew
release my inner peace in spirit. And as the music team comes up, one of the most powerful ways we can do that is by forgiving ourselves, is by remembering the truth that there is nothing we have ever done that can stop our good from unfolding. So I invite you to get comfortable, to let the chair hold you, to let the room and this music move you.
I'm tired of the guilt that brings me pain. And now it's time for me to let go of all of my shame, the past behind me. I see anew. I'm ready for my change.
Are you tired of the guilt that brings so much pain? Now is the time to let go of all that shame. Put the past behind you. It's time to see anew. If you're ready for your change, get ready for your change. Here's what you say. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
I'm ready, right here and now, to let go of all the pain, of all the trauma and drama, to be open to the good that the universe is constantly trying to shower in my life. I let go of what I was so that I can become who I'm truly. I invite you right now to see in your hand how you've been holding on tightly to something. Some situation, some person, some memory, some past. And to physically and metaphorically open your hands and let it go. Let them go. To free them and free you. To free your mind from remember, reliving the past pain, and open to the present joy, the present peace, the present serenity, the bliss of freedom. So right here and right now, something big or something small, open your mind, open your heart, open your hands, and let it all go in the silence. When I first showed up at a Unity church, there was an invitation to leave your troubles at the door, that they would be there for you when you left if you really wanted to pick them back up. And I invite you to do that today, to leave what you just let go of here. You can always pick it back up, but if you have to come back, I get to see you again. To open yourself to living without the pain of the past, to live into the bliss of today. Today, we celebrate forgiveness.
I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
Thank you not only to Misa and Callie and to the band, but thank you to all of us here in the room, this feeling, this acknowledging that life may not always be easy, but forgiving ourselves, setting our intention of who and what we want to be in the world. The world's not perfect, but who are we going to be? So thank you for creating this stillness and this knowing right here. I want to draw your attention to the Sunday bulletin, to this spiritual connection card. There's these things that we call spiritual practices. We just ask ourselves, how can I take this moment and set something in motion, knowing the divinity is the thought process, the consciousness within me, just making choices. If I am the Christ Buddha to my universe, what are the choices I am making? And I can also set intentions into the future. So right now, here's some choices on this connection card. See which ones fit for you. Right now, I'm choosing to notice how I react to change and seeming chaos. Let me just choose to notice. Boy, is there a whole bunch of time spent in that. Just let me notice. I can choose then to shift my focus from perfection to order. All this trying to be perfect, am I familiar with that? Let me shift from the perfect focus to some order is happening. Another choice right now, I can choose to release fear and doubt, even speak to it when I notice it. Speak to it. I release you right now. And another choice, right now, I choose to trust Spirit and to engage with what is, the truth of what is, and to trust Spirit or your definition, your divinity, your God, your Buddha. Trust it in the moment of what is. Whichever of these makes sense to you, I invite you to check them. There's a space right here at the bottom to write your own. I wrote my own, to accept. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, when you fill out this, which is accept myself, okay, but I don't want to interrupt your moment. But this is called a connection card because it's a way of connecting, whether you're here in the sanctuary with the Sunday Bulletin or online. Click the button for the connection card below the video or the connection card link in the chat and commit to these, any of these that make sense to you. Write your own. Then Ken or Deanne read them this week, and they take a moment to agree with you that these powerful statements are in action, in motion, in your life and in your beingness. That last space where I wrote my own is also a space to write a prayer request, for them just to agree with you, to engage with that connection of love with you. We'll be placing this in the offering basket. If you're online, click the Spiritual Connection Card link. Join us in this spiritual practice. Another way to practice with us, those of us who choose to be at that place of wanting to give financially, there's a time of giving of our finances. So that if you're here in the sanctuary, there's a white envelope in the chair, pocket in front of you. If you're viewing with us online, you can click the donate button or the donate link in the chat. Anywhere throughout the week, across the world, you can use your cell phone and type in Unity SF and text that to 44321 and share your love with us using your cell phone and donate that way. We're always accepting the mail and checks right here at our beautiful spiritual home at 240 Page Street, right here in San Francisco. So we also often share why we give to Unity, and we ask one of our board members to share, and I think today is John Trancatella, who we just recently had our board meeting, and he was elected to the board. So John's going to share why he gives to Unity San Francisco.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's so good to be here. I was thinking about this, and so I belong to a 12-step group, and one of our promises is we will fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. So that's like an affirmation. But for me, giving back to Unity is a way I get to give back. It is a privilege to give back. We talked about, there's different ways to give back, but I'm gonna talk about money. Ooh, right? Scary, money, ooh. There's a lot of drama about money. I was raised in a typical middle-class American family with parents who were raised during the Depression, which was a horrible time in our country. But we're not in that, and I had this weird, warped sense of money wasn't spiritual. A dollar bill is as spiritual as a flower or as one of you. It's just an expression that we have to have it. We have to have it because we want a beautiful place to come on Sundays. We have a staff. I am so fed here that to give back is a privilege, it's an honor, and I don't fear economic insecurity. I have enough. I always have enough. And it's also an affirmation when I give to Unity San Francisco. It is an affirmation that I have enough and that I will always have enough, and that this tool, this blessing of this paper or plastic or going online and putting it in it's a blessing that has it is a blessing, and it's not a scary thing. I know there's something in the Bible that talks about the love of money. I'll let Reverend Ken talk about that because I'm not. But to me, money is a way to express love, the love of Unity. And I am very fortunate. But it doesn't matter how much I have. I give the 10%, the tithe, money, talent, treasure. So, and one way that I'm here to talk about is the bricks. We have these bricks, these paving stones. That is a way we're going to redo the sidewalk as part of our renovation. And I bought a couple of these small bricks. Well, I bought one. I'm going to get online today and buy the second one. And it's a way for me to make another commitment, because it's a permanent thing that I can put down to say I was here. And it's a way for me to remember someone who was very special to me and part of my spiritual journey, my cousin Christine, who left the planet. And I will come here and see that Chris's memory is there, and then another friend of mine, Gerald Hyken. So we have till April, Easter, to purchase a brick, and you can get a little one for $125. The larger ones are $500. You can go online. There's forms downstairs.
Line, you can click on our website and you can do it there.
All right.
And so, John, we have an affirmation.
Oh, we do.
You want to do it?
Yes. So I'm going to say it once,
right,
and then say it with me, and say it without fear, right? Say it without fear. It's great to give. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive.
And so it is. And didn't we do good? Don't we have a great new board member? John Trancatella, everybody. Thank you, John. Wonderful. Thank you. So Tyler's going to join me back up. But before we do our closing song, just a couple quick announcements. We are open now, and we also do not have to check vaccinations anymore. So everyone is welcome to come. If you are unvaccinated, we ask you to stay masked for your own good, for your own safety. There is still COVID variants flying around. So if you are unvaccinated, please remain masked for your own safety. Otherwise, enjoy the sanctuary, enjoy singing with us. And if you want to wear your mask, that's great too. We're all just delighted you're here.
Yep, every Sunday, 11 a.m. And there's a morning meditation, sound meditation, usually with Reverend Elizabeth.
Not
or with
usually,
one of our chaplains.
always happening.
Almost always, 99% of the time. And that is 10:15.
Yes.
11 a.m. service, meditation 10:15.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to be having an affirmative prayer workshop. Now, Reverend Deanne, who's going to be a co-author of a book with Reverend Linda Martella-Whitsitt for the Unity Movement, training about affirmative prayer. She is amazing, our associate pastor minister here. Reverend Deanne is going to be teaching this affirmative prayer workshop on April 2nd at Unity in Marin and with Unity San Francisco, and it'll also be on Zoom. So you can be with us in person for this affirmative prayer workshop April 2nd to learn more about this wonderful method of praying by affirming. Now, if you want to become a prayer chaplain and join us in the next year, we also ask that you go to this. It's kind of a requirement to go to the retreat and workshop to become a prayer chaplain. And those of us that are chaplains, we keep going to classes and trainings, so we constantly are staying up on the method of affirmative prayer. So join us April 2nd with Deanne.
So when I went to school, I became a Bible geek. I never thought I'd be a Bible geek, ever. But when I went to seminary, what they taught us was both a historical critical, which is an analysis of the Bible about who wrote it, why they wrote it, when they wrote it, and how it all got put together in the form we see now. It's eye-opening, to say the least. The second way they taught us to look at the Bible is the metaphysical interpretation, the metaphor, the allegory, the personal journey of spirituality in the scriptures. And so one of my favorite things to do is to dive in with you guys. I've done it for Christmas, but this time I'm going to do it for Easter. Let's look at the resurrection narratives in scripture and talk about what they really mean in our lives and how it's still relevant for us today. So it's going to be a one-day workshop. It is all on Zoom from 5 to 7 on April 6th. It is a suggested love offering of $30, but no one is turned away. And please go on the website and sign up so I can send you, because it's all online, I can send you things in advance so that we're ready to have a class and a discussion together. Okay?
Thank you for doing that before Easter.
Yeah.
We always, every Easter, have a beautiful Easter service with a ritual that we do, but the day before, we get together to volunteer our time and to kibitz together while making little Easter bouquets. So come and join Reverend Ken, who is a
Heading straight
retired
to my office.
florist. He used to be a florist. Look at his shirt. So join him on Saturday, April 16th, the day before Easter, 10 to 2. Yeah. We're going to make little Easter bouquets to get ready for that Easter ritual.
And
the
then
very next
Easter
day.
service. When's Easter, Joshua? You want some eggs? Yeah. You want Easter eggs? Yeah, the kids are going to have an Easter egg hunt in the park across the street.
I want the orange one.
You want the orange one? Yeah.
I want the orange one.
Anybody else want the orange one? Because I think he called dibs. He called dibs on the orange one. So we're going to have a big service here with tons of music. Ready for the trick? Ready for the trick? Here we go. And go. And and so come. Bring your friends. There's postcards in the seats in front of you, and there's a link to it online, talking about our Easter service. If you're online, share the link with someone. If you're here, bring a postcard and hand it to someone, and we are going to have a blast.
Yep, another amazing service.
Yeah, we have 5 guest speakers, all telling their personal resurrection stories. So check it out online. You're going to be amazed by the stories from our community. Just powerful, powerful stuff. And so,
little reminder, we always have the Sunday morning, 10:15, sound meditation, and Reverend Deanne, weekdays Monday through Friday, 12 noon to 12:15, online meditation. Ways to stay enriched and engaged throughout the week.
Great. Our prayer chaplains will be here in the sanctuary for prayer after service, and they're also available online. You can put in a prayer request. Let's come on, bring forward, kids. Let's do the blessing of the kids. Woo! All right, come on, Joshua. Come on. All right, we have Spider-Man in the house. We have a Team Unicorn. All right, look at Team Unicorn. All right, guys, we have an affirmation that goes, you are God's perfect child. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. Can we know that together? You are God's perfect child.
Of
Divine life. Oh yeah, that part. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. And so it is. Just like this. All right. Thanks to everybody who made today's service possible. It does take a village. No! Welcome to my life. And it does take a village. From the ushers, greeters, to the hospitality, I can smell the food. It smells great. They're already downstairs making it ready for us. To our incredible music team, all of our volunteers, to our prayer chaplains, to our AV staff, yay! Let me put it to you this way. We need you. We need people to show up, to volunteer, to greet people at the door. Today there was nobody greeting people at the door at 10:15 when the meditation began, because we were all busy and in meditation or somewhere else. So we need you to show up early and help just say hi to people. And so please join us and do that. We have a closing commitment, and this is to our commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion. I know, even as a gay man, I live a life of incredible wealth and privilege. And my commitment is that that's what everyone should have. So we say this to remind ourselves to make that, to engage in the world and with what is, to make that possible. I commit to creating a world of safety, equity, and equality. Can we all know that together? I commit to creating a world of safety, equity, and equality. So I invite you to stand at home and in the room as you're willing and able to sing our closing song, All the Good. Take it away.
I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world the world needs all the good I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. You cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do. We cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that we can do. You cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good you can do. We cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good we can do. 'Cause the world needs all the good we can do. 'Cause the world needs all the good we can do.
There, see you online.